Hi, everybody. I'm back with a little bit more tutorial on raising issues on GitHub and responding to them. This is going to be a two-part series of screencasts. So the first part, we're going to raise an issue on ourselves. So let's say I'm reading along in our course website and interested in the JavaScript exercises and interested in one of the exercises. How about, JavaScript applications. Say I'm interested in these JavaScript applications, maybe the random content sample assignment, and maybe I'm looking at the sample solution here offered by myself, and I read through it, and most of it seems okay, but I have just a couple of problems in the implementation of the solution. I see that this code here shows me how to initialize the IDs array, and then there's some kind of a helper function here, but there's no code that actually populates the IDs array with the video links that we need in the solution of this problem. In addition, the work with regular expressions here looks pretty sophisticated to somebody who might be new to regular expressions in JavaScript. They might not be familiar with like the exec function and how that works. And so it would be unclear to them why the second element, match at place one, in the match array is the ID that you really want. So I'd like to raise an issue on this. Well, let's see. That means going to the GitHub repository. That's linked to down here at the bottom. So I would open that up in a new tab, and I would come to the repository. And I'll go ahead and raise this issue. So press Issues and make a new issue. And we give a good descriptive title. How about unclarity? How about omissions in article on sample JavaScript application? Okay, and then I would need to write in Markdown my issue. And just to save time here, I'm going to paste in a little article that I have composed as a little text file. So copy this and paste it in. And preview to see that it looks good. Let's see how it looks in the preview. So I got a little problem in the solution, so I'll fix that. On the right here, and it's back to the preview. So this code here that I found in the article is unclear. Don't see how the array is actually populated. Did you perhaps mean to include something like artists for each? Get ID, that would work. Okay. Also, the use of pattern.exec might be unclear to folks who are new to regular expressions in JavaScript. Perhaps explain that it returns an array and explain why the second element of that array is the capture that we want. That seems like it's going to be clear enough to the author of this article what would need to be done. So I'll go ahead and submit this as a new issue. But before I do, I want to show you some of the tricks that I use to make it easy to write up such a thing reasonably quickly. So if you're writing an issue, you do want to be specific about such things as where exactly the problem in the repository occurs. So notice I have the path name down to the exact file that I'd like the author to fix. How am I finding this? Well, if you start at the root of the repository and you understand the repository well enough, then you're thinking, oh, this is Hugo. I'm going to find this in content, probably under this JS apps directory. The assignment was a random content, so I bet it's in this random folder. Oh, and it was called sample solution. I bet I look inside the sample solution, and oh, index.md is probably where the article is being written. Click on it to check. Yeah, that looks like the article kind of rendered up here. So you could go to the dots here, and you could copy the path, and that's how you get this path here. You could just paste that right in. And that's very specific for folks. Another question is, how did you so easily get hold of this code? One way to do that, you could probably copy off of the website itself, but another possibility is to go to the file on the repository and push this button called raw. And then you'll see the actual markdown that was used, and you can head down to the problematic code that's inside this particular highlight shortcut call, and you could just sort of copy that and paste it into the issue that you are composing. Okay, so back here, we're happy with the issue. Let's go ahead and submit it. And we'll see you later with a screencast on how the repository author would fix the issue and record the fix.